The best of high school sports is right here. Live from Studio A in Yuma, Arizona. Friday Night Lights starts right now.
All right, folks. Another episode of Friday Night Lights coming right at you. Welcome aboard. Week number 6. And I'll tell you what, we got an action-packed show. We start this block off with, well, none other than Imperial versus Gila Ridge. And I'll tell you what, this was certainly a well-advertised matchup here as far as the Hawks and the Tigers are concerned. So, Coach David Shaw squaring off against Coach Jessica Slaughter, her first head coaching game at home. Hawks first possession, Leonardo Valencia recovers and gets the ball over to Benjamin Hendershot. A very nice play right there by Hendershot. And then, yes, Imperial starts their ground game. Andrew Hendricks takes a huge chunk out of the play right there, getting the Hawks back in their end. But Rise Vendiola, the tip drill, picked off by Quincy Washington, and that was a momentum shift early on. That was epic right there. Ridge starts on their 1 yard line. Michael Galez makes a few cuts inside the end zone and manages to escape the 10-yard line to give some breathing room for the Hawks, but the Tigers defense would make a statement. Zach Ray stops Jacob Arcides in his tracks near the line of scrimmage. And then 2 plays later, Valencia is going to find Hendershot on the far side, and he's going to manage to squeak his way for 11 yards, moving the chains. Very next play, Valencia, again using his arm, throws a pretty slant to Brock Rogers, getting the Hawks another first down. But the Tigers would eventually pick up steam, making the Hawks their prey on this night. They get the dominating 35-7 win.
Well, moving over to Yuma's west side, Yuma Catholic, highly motivated to bounce back after a tough road loss. The Shamrocks play host to Mojave. And here we go. Started off a pass launched to Mario Martinez. And Martinez is going to get it up inside the 10 with a pass interference on Mojave. First down Rocks later in the drive. From the Mojave 18, Stallworth steps up in the pocket, finds Austin Rush, who goes up and gets it. He's in the end zone for a Shamrock score. Extra point would be missed. Rocks up 6-0. The Shamrocks defense would have their work cut out for them. And trying to defend Mojave quarterback Jonathan Williams, he's a tank who also starts at middle linebacker, if that tells you anything. Late first half, Rocks up 12-0. Mojave inside the 20. Williams plows his way to the 1 yard line. And from the 1, it's Williams again, but he's denied by Lorenzo Duran, Angel Felix, and Desmond Esquivel. On second down, Williams loses the snap, and Felix pounces on top of it. But this pass right here, look at this. Stallworth, oh, what a pass for a big touchdown. And he finds Mario Martinez for the 70-yard score. And then that right there, Yuma Catholic stays undefeated at home and wins, lifting their record to 4-1 on the season.
All right, our only Imperial Valley contest tonight, the Brawley Wildcats riding a 3-game winning streak as they take on Fallbrook. This will be a battle. Down 7-0 in the first quarter, Ethan Gutierrez finds Mackay Washington for a completion on the near side. Next, Gutierrez is going to use his feet this time. He's really talented at that, weaving through traffic and getting a first down right in front of your living room as he gets dished out of bounds. With under 4 minutes left in the first quarter, again, it's Gutierrez calling his own number, and he's going to go for 35 yards untouched for the touchdown. Brawley down a point. And then they would tie the score the very next play. The conventional way, obviously, the extra point. This would be tight the whole way through. Next offensive possession for the Wildcats. This time, Brawley near midfield. It's junior Tanner Carranza off the left side. The fullback is going for 50 yards. And the touchdown. Brawley takes the lead as time expires. Now, this game would not be settled until overtime, but Brawley finds a way to get it done. 20-14.
Love the overtime game. So rounding out our highlight barrage, the Antelope Rams get an unexpected home game tonight as they welcome the undefeated Parker Bronx to Buckeye Field, and here we go. The Bronx will get the ball first, but to the dismay of Jonathan Whitley, who starts it with a bang. Whitley picks up and puts down Parker's Thaddeus Nopa. but Parker would find other ways to get it done. This time it's a sweep outside to Anthony Taylor, who picks up the first down, gets into Rams territory. And then on the very next play, it's the third guy of the three-headed rushing attack for the Bronx who finishes the delivery. Cameron Poole, through a giant hole, makes a 32-yard house call for the first points of the game. 2-point conversion good. 8-0 Bronx. On the Rams' first possession, Jonathan Whitley, a little flick to Martin Hernandez near the 30-yard line, and Hernandez lets everyone know it's a first down. Couple plays later, after a penalty to back him up, Whitley looking to sling it again, gets flushed out of the pocket, but he has some legs too. Shakes the tackle, gets down the sideline, picks up another first down before he's pushed out of bounds. But the Rams drive would stall on a fourth down, and Parker quarterback Zachary Bennett lets it fly deep down the field, and just through the hands of Whitley. Would have been an incredible pick, and he wishes he got that one back because Parker would continue the drive into the second quarter, and that's Anthony Taylor stomping in for 6. Puts the Bronx up 14-0. They would roll in this one. Antelope takes the tough 40-0 loss at home to fall to 3-2 on the year.
Oh, man, it's tough to beat this block. We had some epic contests through and through. But in case you were wondering, we didn't burn all through these highlights for nothing because we still got more to go.
Before we get to that, we caught up with one Yuma area coach looking to lead his squad to a quick turnaround. We'll bring you our interview with Bo Seibel right next here on FNL.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on KYMA.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
She believes she's in a relationship with
Post Malone.
My grandmother, she's dancing all over. Hey, that's my husband.
He sent you these promise rings.
Why would a millionaire pop star send you a fake ring?
You believe he has power over your body through your cell phone.
Yes, I do. How do you explain the burn on my leg? Self-inflicting? No. I'm not mental, and I'm not crazy.
New Dr. Phil.
Visit any of our 4 Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros locations. Yeah, we got tires for that.
Explore the great outdoors this fall with Cocopah Casino. We're giving away over $125,000 in cash and prizes. Over 300 outdoor items like barbecues, tents, and more. And one lucky winner will go home with a 2021 Forest River travel trailer. Earn entries daily by playing your favorite slots and table games with your rewards card. If you're not a member, just drop by the Cocopah Rewards Club and get your card. Membership is free. Winning is just around the corner at Cocopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton.
Income-eligible renters impacted by COVID-19 can now get 100% of their past due rent and utility bills paid through the California COVID-19 Rent Relief Program. Landlords with tenants who haven't paid rent because of COVID-19 are eligible for 100% reimbursement too. The application is fast, your information is private, and you won't be asked about citizenship. Apply at housingiskey.com before eviction protections end on September 30th. Brought to you by the California Department of Housing and Community Development.
This portion of News 11 at 10 is sponsored by Papasan Rice Bowl.
You're watching Friday Night Lights, home of football from across the desert Southwest.
Welcome back to Friday Night Lights, and I am joined by Yuma Criminals head football coach Bo Seibel. And the Crims, they've been dealt a short hand here to start the season. A couple of cancellations through the first 4 weeks. One of the games rescheduled on short notice. So to start off, Coach, man, how are things doing? Thanks for joining me. How's everything going? And inside that locker room, what's the feeling like today?
First of all, thanks for having me. You know, we talk about it. I think I spoke about it last week. Adversity. We've been facing a lot of adversity this year. So locker room. I mean, the guys were excited to be back. We're back on the grind. So the energy was high today. The beginning of practice, a lot of high spirits, a lot of high energy coming back. Just the excitement of the kids, the coaching staff, everyone getting everyone back here and seeing each other is exactly what we're looking for.
So, you know, you were off and ready to go to start week 1, and then a couple days before the game, that first game of the season, you get canceled, and you're forced to turn it around and play a 6A school in Trevor Brown, a tough game. What were some of the challenges there? And, you know, despite that, you guys still came back at the end, made it a game, and lost to a great team by less than a touchdown.
Well, first, just keeping the kids focused. Midweek, when they heard the game was canceled, they were a little down in spirits. So we were blessed to get another game scheduled. The guys battled hard, and I just love the relentless effort that we had on offense, coming back, putting up those 3 scores at the end of the game to get us back in the game, and then also all the defensive stands that we needed to put in a row to make that possible.
And so, you know, it was a tough one. You almost came back, and then the week after that, you have that tough loss at Calexico. So now you start the season 0-2, and then you don't play again last week. What is it about this team and, you know, their willingness to keep their heads in it, to stay focused and stay in it? And as you mentioned, battling adversity. This is something you told me a couple weeks ago, and this program is built on preaching battling adversity. So how have these guys handled it?
Well, first, we got a good core group of guys that just love the game. And as a coach, when I got guys that love the game, that show passion every single day, that want to get out on the field and practice, it's awesome to have. So we got a good group of core guys that are showing up, showing that love every day.
You say that they're ready to come out here and play. They're battle tested, but really, how tough is it mentally, maybe, for these kids to, you know, not have to be in that game mode? How do you keep them focused every single day at practice, knowing, you know, you're not in your normal preparation for a Friday night game?
I think a lot of that develops in the off season. Like anything, when you invest your time into it, when you invest anything, you obviously got high expectations for that. So that happened. A lot of that happened in the off season with these guys showing up, then putting in the work.
So you're off another week this week, a bye week. You guys are practicing right now. What is the preparation when you're off for so long? What is that preparation to, you know, get ready for a big game and you're still a week out? What are these next few days going to look like for you guys?
Well, just having the break, it actually works out with our bye week here. Just, you know, giving our guys, getting them back into, you know, the practice tempo. You know, just getting that focus back, all in buy-in, and you know, Cibolo's got a great program. We're going to need those couple extra days. It's been a while since Yuma High beat Cibola, so we're going to need those couple extra days for preparation, and look forward to bringing a good game on Friday night.
What are your strengths that you guys are going to have to capitalize on, you know, to beat this team? Like you said, it's a team. You guys lost to them twice last season. It's a rivalry game, inter-Yuma game. This next week, what are you really focusing on to keep these guys' heads in the game and know to go notch that first win of the year?
You know, it's easier when we're playing a city school. A lot of these kids are, you know, they talk outside of school, so a lot of them, you know, they build that competition between themselves to begin with. But we know, you know, Cibola hasn't really changed much the last couple of years running offense and defense, so we know what they're going to run, we know what they're going to bring, and just preparing our guys, getting our guys prepared, having them have that confidence to go out there and be successful and run around and have some fun.
All right, well, Coach, we appreciate it so much. Thank you for joining me. We look forward to seeing you guys play, and stick with us. We'll be right back. We have a lot more for you right here on Friday Night Lights.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on KYMA.
Now, for me this month is about celebrating all of the hard work that all of our people in the past and now keep on doing for us to have these opportunities today.
We have seen that people are breaking the stigma.
I think as Hispanics, we contribute more than we take.
I'm like, yes, I'm Hispanic, I'm Latina, like that makes me who I am, that's my identity.
They need, and we do, we try, to be the best examples that we can.
Hispanic Heritage Month, sponsored by Toyota.
Yeah, I rewired everything.
With what?
I don't know, just some stuff, it'll work fine.
Just right would be better than fine, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
That's why Toyota Service Center technicians use genuine Toyota parts. They're designed specifically for your Toyota to work just right.
Sounds really good.
Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep. So let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot. But it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure. Take the tagline.
Because
you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible.
Do you even eat bread?
Steph, it's a commercial.
This week on FanDuel Sportsbook, we're offering an exclusive odds boost to new customers. So you can turn
I like those odds.
Into
I love those odds.
And Lil Dubs into Big Dubs. But it's only happening now. Make every moment more with FanDuel Sportsbook when you boost your odds right now.
Whew, you big, man.
New customers get exclusive 30-1 odds on the Eagles or Cowboys. Bet $5 to win $150.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart.
Heather's moment has arrived, and you just hope all that training pays off.
Heather lays down her purchase, but Randy rings it up as slowly as he can.
Uh-oh.
Yep, she's looking at the cigarettes.
There's nothing good back there.
Heather's arm is in motion, but she just grabs the gum off the counter.
That's a slick move.
Even Randy tips his cap to Heather. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally wants you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
You're watching Friday Night Lights, home of football from across the desert Southwest.
Welcome back to Friday Night Lights. We've had quite the night here, Rob. A lot of big games for us here on week number 6. And now, Rob, we're going to take it away to San Pasquale, man.
That's right. The Warriors on their homecoming night trying for their first win of the season as the company getting ready for this one. And off the San Carlos touchdown, 2-point conversion attempt denied thanks to a broken up pass attempt by Tony Gilmore. The Warriors down 4 points. Warriors next possession. Quarterback Damian Cota rolls out, dodges not just one defender, but 2. And he takes off and runs with it. The play would wind up going 16 yards. San Pasquale on the move. Very next play from scrimmage, Cota is going to toss the ball away. And as he's being taken down, Johnny Takala makes the acrobatic grab for a minimal gain. But hey, that's a highlight there, son. And then it's backyard football time. Cota faking out the cameraman, rolls to his right, launches his 40-yard pass to Jalen Bohannon, taken down at the 1-yard line. Warriors in business. 2 plays later, Cota calls his own number, rolls to the left, and manages to get into the end zone before getting taken down. The Warriors taking the 14-12 lead, but San Pasquale would run out of steam after the half, losing 56-29.
Now moving on to our Friday Night Lights scoreboard for week number 6. We take a look here, and it's we already saw the highlights to that Parker Antelope game. Parker taking the 40-0 beating on Antelope. And then Imperial and Gila Ridge, our marquee matchup of the week, 35-7. Imperial taking that one. Brawley, as we mentioned, that big dramatic overtime win. I wish we had the final play on that one. That would have been nice to see.
Absolutely. But they won 4 straight.
Yeah, that's
so
4
they're
straight.
on a roll. I mean, they're winning in overtime. They're blowing teams out. They're just getting different kinds of wins, and that is going to be a character builder for them going forward.
Oh, absolutely. When you start blowing teams out, and then you get faced with a real test, and you can still stand with it, stick with it, and get that tough win, that's big. And then Kofa, ugh.
Oh, my gosh.
Ouch.
That's about the best way you can put it.
That's
ouch
it.
result. Yeah.
Hopefully Kofa can bounce back from that.
Certainly. Well, rounding out the rest of tonight's results, Yuma Catholic does what Yuma Catholic does, bouncing back from a very tough loss last week, getting a statement win against Mojave. Calipatria takes care of Claremont. It was a low-scoring battle, but the Hornets get it done. Cibola becomes the first YUHSD team to win a game this season. They do it at Westview. Congratulations to the Raiders as they take on the Yuma Criminals next week. We'll get more into that in a little bit. But San Pasquale, as we just mentioned, they had momentum, but Cole, it just ran out of gas.
Yeah, unfortunately there, but all right, well, we've reached the part of our show where Rob and I give our helmet props to the players, position groups, or even teams that stood out from the rest tonight.
We're going to start with you this time.
Yeah, we're going to start with me.
So who's getting your nod this week?
Oh, man, I'm going to go with who we just mentioned, the Brawley Wildcats. for picking up their 4th straight win in dramatic fashion, pulling off an overtime win with a game-winning touchdown from who else but Isaiah Young. He was the one who ran it in to give them the 2014 win in extra time.
That man is a beast.
He sure is.
Man amongst boys, a man amongst boys. And as for me in tonight's marquee matchup, Imperial quarterback C.J. Tiernan. Now, he wasn't in the highlight. It was Rise Mendiola, but it was a 2-quarterback system. They put him in, and he turns it up, giving a 3-touchdown pass effort in their win over Gila Ridge. Well, here's our first look at our week number 7 lineup when we can get to it for next week's episode of FNL. There we go. Among the 7 games on the docket is our marquee matchup between the Yuma Criminals. After all, I mean, Cole, you just talked to their coach, Bo Seibel. They take it on the Cibola Raiders. So we invite you to join us for next week's program. We certainly look forward to seeing you then.
And that one's definitely going to be a fun one there. Well, we finished tonight's program with our Jack in the Box Play of the Week. And this one comes from Gila Ridge in our marquee matchup. Imperial quarterback Reese Vindola tries to connect with Francisco Lopez, but it's a tip drill alert. Man, tipped up and picked off by Quincy Washington. Watch it one more time. An incredible play here. Tipped right up in the air. He gets taken out. But beautiful
I think you're onto
play
something.
there.
The tip and trip.
The tip and trip. There we go. I stumbled on my word, and it actually turned into something else.
That's an amazing play. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this round. We'll see you next week.